Hi, welcome back to my crime and policing channel. My name is Hayley Victoria and I'm looking at this. Right, so you have to forgive the fact it looks like it's being drop kicked from a very high building. This is a really old book. It's my grandparents', so I've kept onto it because I just loved it. It's from 1931 and it's absolutely battered, but I love it. And yeah, I don't know, if you've never held an old book before, never sniffed an old book before, then there's something wrong with you. Get your nose in a book and have a good sniff, that's what I say. So I was really interested in this book because it's a Pears cyclopaedia, right? And it tells you everything about anything that happens in that year. And I think that's proper cool. It's like a big compilement of newspapers and a dictionary and all kinds of stuff you generally need to know. It tells you when to plant flowers and things. Anyway, I'm digressing. What it also tells you about is general information. And I thought, I wonder what the general information about crimes was back in 1931. Now then, this is what it says about murder. Oh, it's got mullet as well. It doesn't say anything about the hairdo though. Murder. So it's a term applied to the unlawful killing of a human being with malice aforethought. Yeah, okay. That's what it says in Blackstone as well. It's a common law offence, remember. Now then, it's got a bit of history here, saying during the Heptarchy, the crime was punished by fine only, and to Henry VIII's time could frequently be compounded for. After that, followed a period of severe enactments, and down to 1836, murderers were executed on the next day, but one after conviction. It also says in most civilized countries at the present time, murder is punished with death and can only be reduced by the prerogative of mercy. Now I know from doing further research and stuff that if you killed somebody in the olden days, you could face a very, very sticky end yourself. So I'll be interested to read some more on that. Also, it talks about police officers, which I think this is super interesting. So it says police of one kind or another have existed from the earliest times. Can you be more specific, please, Pears? There was a Lundo, which in the 13th century, and its members were increased, and its jurisdiction extended from time to time until the early part of the 19th century. Now, after that, that's where Sir Robert Peel, I mentioned him before, it says in brackets, then Mr. Peel, that's when he came up with his Peelian principles, which still underpins policing today, which is really, really interesting. And the fact that it mentions it here is incredible. It also says here, look, that the Metropolitan and City of London Police, there you go, cost the county and borough £5 million a year. God knows what that's like now, much more than that. But the rest of the British Isles was £3 million a year. This is in 1931, so that was megabucks. Now the most interesting thing in this one, and I'm astounded by this, right? I was just flicking through as you do, and I went, ooh, witchcraft. It mentions witchcraft in 1931. Okay. And it says here, it was generally believed in all through the Middle Ages, and thousands of people were put to death as witches. We know that. In England, the laws against witchcraft existed until 1736. According to one authority, so the murders of witchcraft in England in 200 years were 30,000. What? The last executions for witchcraft in England were in 1716. Now this is a bit that really bothers me, right? When Mrs. Hicks and her daughter, who was aged 9 at the time, were hanged at Huntingdon. Oh, hanged a 9-year-old kid for witchcraft? And this book says it's like civilized society? Damn. I mean, I've got lots of books about witchcraft. Don't be hanging me, guys. So yeah, there's some interesting things from old books. And I would, like I mentioned, I would recommend having a look at an old book if you are interested in your own history. I'm just going to quickly look and see what it says about theft. Are you ready for this? They are in alphabetical order, which is good. Here we go. It's a pretty good book, actually. And there's nothing about theft. Cool. Maybe theft didn't exist in the 30s. Yeah, right. Anyway, grab an old book, have a look at them. They're really interesting. And obviously there's some serious what the heck moments that go on in there. But yeah, thanks. Bye.